So the game has just finished 3-0 and Charlie White with a hat trick. I mean, I did say in my preview that White will come good. I've been saying it for so many weeks that, White will do well. And hat trick, I mean, the every Sunderland fan right now is gobsmacked because there is a lot of fans that don't rate White and they give him a lot of shit. But that it was nice to see White scoring, but not just one and not just two, scoring a hat trick. So I think that should shut up them people who criticize him. Yeah. But talking about the game, first half we got the goal by White. It was a good pull back by Aidan O'Brien, and it was a simple finish. But apart from that, it was a bit boring. I mean, it was like 1-0, and then coming on to the second half, it was still cagey, and obviously we thought, that it's gonna be 1-1 again, and not again a draw. But it was a good finish. It was a good finish by Wyke, and then I think it was the 92nd minute. Wyke with a nice finish again, and I mean, what's not to like? 3-0 away from home and a clean sheet. I mean, I'm buzzing.
Well, as a Sunderland fan, it's not very often we can get carried away, but when Charlie White scores a hat trick, if that's not an excuse to open up a few beers or a few cans tonight, then I don't know what is. Let's be honest, it wasn't a great game. I thought we started off really well, and I like the passing, I like the impetus we gained in that first 20-25 minutes. And after we got the goal, I thought we were going to go on and make it really comfortable. But Wimbledon, like a few teams we've played this season, actually look better than their league position suggests. I think they're actually a decent side, and three of their players, about three of their players, actually stood out for me as being decent. In fact, as we got to about the 75th, 30th minute, I'm thinking the ideal here would be for us to go home with a 1-0 win, be satisfied with that, and if we could leave Charlie White there and bring Piggott back with us, so much the better. And as often the case with Charlie White, if you write him off, then he actually comes up with something that has you out of your seat, or the very least sitting back in surprise, and that's exactly what he did today. The finish from the corner was excellent. I agree with everything Danny Collins was saying on the stream. Why we weren't putting the ball in the box more often, I really don't know, because we looked on the edge of the area quite a few times like we didn't have the conviction to do that. Same with corners. So decent ball in. Charlie White gets free, and what a finish! Sublime with his right foot, just nice side foot into the net, and then a cool finish for the third as well. So yeah, it's all about Charlie White today. Actually, my man of the match was probably Lee Burge. He came off his line a couple of times really well and smothered half chances that they had, made a couple of good saves in the first half, did everything that was asked of him. And bear in mind what he had last week in terms of the kick in the head and the mistake against Hull. It was good to see him showing some real confidence. So yeah, overall, I like the fact that Johnson's got us moving the ball a bit quicker. I think Embleton started off well but tired second half, which is why he was substituted. They all gave the ball away cheaply at one time or another. I like O'Brien's movement, and I think he's worth persevering with, but I would like him to have stayed on. He might have got one of those chances towards the end as well. I thought Scowen had one of his better games, full of energy, covered for Ledbetter a couple of times when he was slack with the ball. And we were fairly solid at the back. In truth, Wright and Willis look a decent partnership to me. So overall, as ever in this level, you accept the wins. I do believe, and I've said this before, that if we are going to do something this season, this is the time. Picked up a good 3 points today. We've got Plymouth at home Tuesday night, Shrewsbury at home next week, if that game goes ahead. And yeah, the fact that we're currently, before the 3 o'clock kickoffs, in 4th, 5th place shows how tight the league is. But if we can just start winning these games in hand, start winning these home games as well, because our home form has been awful, then we might go into February feeling far more confident about things. And yeah, we'll take any optimism we can get, and I certainly will be having a drink or two tonight to celebrate Charlie White's hat-trick, and that's not something you say every Saturday, is it?
Come on, that's how it's done. 3 goals, 3 points and a clean sheet. Against Wimbledon away, what a fantastic result. Over the moon for Charlie White, he deserved that. The through ball for his 3rd goal from Scowen was fantastic. That definitely deserved a mention. Yeah, see, the team weren't amazing. I'd give them all 6s or maybe 7 out of 10 for some. I thought Willis looked brilliant. I was really glad to have him back. He partnered up again well with Bailey Wright, so that was good. Power looked very good at right. I've been waiting to see him because I didn't watch the cup game, so I've been waiting to see him at right back. And I thought he did really well. Scowen was okay. Obviously, you know, White has to get man of the match for me. Yeah, but overall, I'm not going to go through every single player. Overall, I was quite happy with the performance. Still think we could do better. We were a bit sloppy with some of our passing, give the ball away a few times and let them into the game at times when we shouldn't have. But yeah, I'm over the moon with that. Hopefully we can crack on. White is going to get hat-trick every game from now on to the end of the season. So yeah, excellent result. Thanks very much. Now I can have some beers and relax. See you later now.
Charlie White, what a man. AFC Wimbledon 0, Sunderland 3. Very good result. Clean sheet. 3 goals, 3 points, 3 for White. I thought we played okay. It was not our best game whatsoever. I was very close towards the end. I thought, oh, I can't be 1-1 again. But I feel like in that sort of situation, we made the most out of the open space towards the end. We went for it, got more goals. Fair play to White. I mean, I've criticised him a lot, but he just seems to be scoring the goals. I mean, I don't think other than his finishing, he wasn't particularly in the game. But he put the ball away when it mattered, and it's got us the 3 points. It's good to see Winchester make his debut. Didn't do much wrong. Didn't really stand out, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, pretty convincing victory, I'd say. They had chances, but I thought our defence was solid as a rock. Jordan Willis as well. Massive difference he makes. He's brilliant. He's probably one of our best players today. Midfield again was a bit. I don't think Emerson did much. Scowen either. I don't think Scowen played well. It's quite quiet on the wings. McGeady was as well. But the defence was solid. And White, he's been scoring the goals, and you can't fault him. You know. Hopefully he'll continue that streak. I think that's 10 now in the season. I mean, that's fair play. I was not expecting that at all from him. Hopefully keep that going. And also O'Brien, I thought he did alright. The first goal was a nice cut back. But yeah, good to see the clean sheets back and score more than 1 goal in the game. I think we've got a game on Tuesday. Hopefully, I think that's back at home. So hopefully we can get onto that and win that game as well. But yeah, onwards and upwards. How are the lads?
Well, there you go, 3-0. Not bad, really. Not the greatest game, but you take a 3-0 win away from home any time, especially when we normally struggle to break teams down like that. Nice to see a couple of through balls resulting in goals. I think the back 4 were pretty solid. Burge's distribution wasn't great, but didn't have anything major to do. Thought Power looked accomplished again. Bailey Wright was strong for me today. McFadze's just a plodder for me. Good to see Jordan Willis coming back. Yeah, Charlie White, 3 good finishes really. So onwards and upwards. Let's hope. I think he's still trying to implement a style, and not sure if he'll get it this season. But it's a good 4 or 5 players away from being a dynamic pressing football team. But yeah, as I say, win's a win. Fantastic. Bring on the next one. Let's see how we go. Let's try and get a bit of a run together, not just unbeaten in 5 games. Let's try and have 5 wins on the bounce, you know. Not getting carried away, it probably won't happen, but that's where we need to be at, 5 wins in a row. Not just 1 win, 1 draw. It'll just breed confidence, no doubt about it. So, how are the lads?